Good afternoon. Happy Sunday afternoon. Certainly Sunday afternoon here in the UK, live from Newcastle International Airport. I didn't look in the chat yet to see what kind of dogs abuse is coming my way, on account of, really, we should have just about been winding up the Edinburgh show around now, depending on whether Pegasus was on the menu or not. In fact, it was not really, wasn't it? Because we've got our members stream tonight. But you get the general gist. It's certainly a Pegasus free show today. So, I'm going to go bottom up in the chats, actually. I think that's the safest place to do this. Paul's hijinks, there's a friendly face. And another one, Stephen Marchant. Good afternoon to you both. Yeah, the F1 was the other squeeze on this, so I quite understand. We've got a lot of folks in our community love their F1, put me in that number, but I figured we'd get the arrival of the 330, see if the wind is making it interesting enough. We've got about 13 knots of crosswind at the minute, northwesterly or on that kind of bubble, so we'll have a look. If that doesn't add up to too much, then we might take an earlier finish. If it feels like we want to roll a little bit longer, we'll stay till the A330 goes out at 4 o'clock. Can't say fairer than that. Good afternoon, Mary Brock. How are you doing, sweetheart? Well, exactly, Rob. In fact, I probably should have got a graphic. I should have thought about this, but I didn't. But yeah, should have got a graphic. It says no F1 talk. Absolutely not. Blubbly bub bub bub. So hi, Rob. Good afternoon, Nell W. How are you doing? Gordon Hunter, hello to you. I think, just looking on flight radar, we've got a Ryanair with us in 9 minutes, inbound from Zada. Yeah, I know. Scottish Linda, hey, up to you. Up at 7. Going to clean the Weens room, build new bed. Not yet got to the beds. Oh, I know that feeling well. I bet most of us do. Good morning, DB Bassman. Nah, and I know there's some abuse. I can see Tony Rivers. I know I shouldn't have put that emoji back in the blooming emoji cabinet. 1 job mark. Turns out 2 jobs, because, well, the alarm went off. I heard the alarm. I stopped the alarm. And then I don't know what happened next, but I went back to sleep. I don't know when I've last ever done that. Honestly, I'm a terrible sleeper these days, but even as a young'un, when I could sleep on a clothesline, still used to get up for things. Bizarre, totally bizarre. Oh, dear me. Good morning, Alibi 58. I don't know if you're in now or whether this is an earlier post, but sorry, mate. It's the randomness of life, isn't it? I don't know if DR's in the show or if this is an older one. I've got no timestamps on these, but I can confirm that I haven't been kidnapped. Just as well, because I don't think we could raise much of a ransom. Right, these all look like earlier comments anyway, so thanks for getting up, Scottish TV Gold. Jonathan McD. Chigwell's finest, I think, is in both ends of the show, actually. So, A up KC, we are there, not nearly there. Polar Bear, hello to you, buddy. Ah, there's Alibi. Good afternoon, buddy. Yes, Paul Kaczynski, very tactful. It should be a good morning kind of show, shouldn't it? I'm going to go for a different tactic next week, I think. I'm going to leave my phone further away from the bed. That might bring me into domestic grief with Mrs. PSA if it takes me too long to find it and switch it off, but I think I'll take that over you lot bashing me up. Oh, Mary Brock. Mrs. PSA and Eddie are, well, absolutely astounded they got anything. I can't emphasize this enough. Absolutely astounded and delighted in equal measure. So Christine, if you can hear any of this, much love from us all to you. 01 Mike D, good afternoon to you, buddy. Come on, KC, move the conversation off that subject. Anything else? Planes? NATO tankers? I don't know. There's plenty to go around. I'm just going to move the camera around in readiness for our inbound Ryanair. Just descending to 2,000 feet as we speak. I'm sure I've seen Alexandra Wood in the chat somewhere, but I might be wrong. Oh no, she posted a comment separate to that. So remember, dear beloved members, we are live tonight. Where am I? 18:45. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it now because Mary's in the show and odds need to be in our favour. Just bear with me. I am gonna gift those 5 memberships that I didn't do last week. Do you remember I said I would? And to be honest, I was taken aback by Christine's gifts to Eddie and Mrs. PSA. I'd gone to rat doo-doo by the end of the show. So I'm just going to see if I can drop 5 in. This should work pretty good, in theory. Let's just see. Oh, hang on a minute. I can't even gift on this at the minute. Here we go. It was just going slow. So I'm just going to chuck 5 memberships in and hope one drops for Mary. It's taking its sweet time. So this is what I owed from last week, folks. I lost my thread, not for the first time in my life, and certainly not for the last. Right, it's all going through. So 5 people are all going to be gifted. Stephen Dawes, good afternoon to you. Let's just see. Did Mary get one? 5 gifted. Let's just see. Mikey. I don't know if Mikey's in the show, but hey up Mikey. Tailboy 57. Myth. Skating Banana. Stephen K. Soz Mary. What do I say? Give it a shot. I don't know, Paul Kaczynski. Mrs. PSA tends to crack on and get a lot of her domestic routines done on a Sunday because she knows I'm going to be out the way at the airport. So when she found me still there, with kit all over the place and just generally being me, well, you get the picture. What are you still doing here? I don't know. So I had to get myself down to the airport, really. Good afternoon, Alan Lee. How are you doing, buddy? And thank you so much for another very kind and generous super chat. Let's do the fireworks. Let's see if they work. They're not. We just needed a nudge. Thank you, Alan. You're a great mate to us. So I'm just keeping the camera at that end of the track because I can see the inbound aircraft. It is a mere speck at the minute, but it's coming your way. No polar bear. That's just me being me, paying a fine. Probably paying for a fine because I must have missed this. Thinking hedge. So, hey up, Linda Cantes, how are you doing? Blowy with you? I bet it's pretty blowy here. And before I forget, I want to do a shout out for Abby Garvey, who turned 18 today. So, Abs, I hope you're having a cracking day, and much love from us all to you on this memorable occasion. Key in the door stuff these days. Used to be 21, didn't it, really? Although I think I might have been in that generation that enjoyed 18 and 21 with equal gusto. No, it's a departure, I think. Anyway, Hold that thought. Titanic, hey up, buddy. Exactly, Rab. Oh, to be 18 again. They always say, don't they, youth is wasted on the young. When I was young, it was wasted on me. Mrs. PSA is always saying that's why you're dropping to bits now in your late 50s and early 60s. Enough said. So we've got a bit of crab on. I didn't put the crab emoji on, I've just realised. Idiot. I literally went on the lash through the emoji suite and just found everything that I thought might be handy, and somehow didn't think the wind would be handy. Just take that zoom off. Put it back on. As you can see, plenty of sunshine, plenty. Although the risk of rain does increase through the afternoon, so I think it's a 50 or 60% probability of picking up a shower by 4 o'clock when the tanker goes back out. So we're just going to have to see. Good afternoon, Graham Baird. How are you doing? Kenny Woodburn, hi to you, pal. We haven't missed anybody else. Emma's in the show. Hey up, Emma, what's going on? Yeah, this will sound even worse, won't it? Abby did say in a message earlier that she was going to pop by and say hello. Eve, I've been at Edinburgh. I think you've got a decent day's weather, have you not? And I hope you're having a fabulous time. Look at the windsock, doing quite a bit. That little bizjet is right at the bottom of the taxiway. We'll pick that one up in a minute. So, star of the show, that NATO tanker. Today's one, property of the Royal Netherlands Air Force. Due in around 2 o'clock, so I understand. Seems to come every September. As luck would have it, I just hoiked out the thumbnail that I used last September. And it was in the September before, as it goes. So, spot a look, that. This will be interesting. There's a Larnaca departure. They've just called up asking for a runway 07 departure. We are on that kind of bubble. So we may have a 07 day today. I'll tell you what, I'm not going to see much of that. It might be a bit shaky with the zoom on at this distance. Apologies for the bounce. Don't worry, Mary, I'll have another dart at it before we are finished. I'll throw another 5 on the fire, so to speak. Right, so I'm not going to go too rapid on this because it's going to leave me mighty quick. Bye. So we also get the Emirates triple out at 2 o'clock. So if they do switch runways on us, we're going to be right sop back of those GE90s. So hold that thought. Next inbound, a Chewy from Malaga. I think we might be switching runways. I didn't catch all of that message, but the word appreciated at the end, I think, was very much on that. Thank you for saying yes to 07. Didn't quite catch it. So the inbound aircraft been out there for about 2.5 hours. To be fair, the wind isn't making much of a hazard, I don't think. I've watched probably 4 or 5 down since I got here, and if this was cricket, you'd say, you know, you've got to watch the ball, but it's not doing a lot off the seam. Is that what they call character building, Craig McLean? That must have been tough, because you always feel, don't you, when you hit those milestones, that you want to be with your friends and family. And certainly when I was 18, seeing if I could drink my body weight in beer. Thank you, Sam. Further wait for the heads up on the NATO tanker. 40 minutes out, says Sam. Roger that. And good afternoon, buddy. Hope all is good. Hans Olaf Mork, hello to you, pal. Hope you're keeping well. Quite looking forward to seeing this tanker. And of course, I was saying earlier, it kind of intersects with the build up to the departure of the mighty bird that is entering the shot at the minute. The Emirates triple. I still smile that I think I've only seen the new livery once at Newcastle. They seem to have a bottomless supply of 777s with the old livery. No complaints at this end, Graham, apart from the fact I'm a lazy so-and-so, keeping it clean, mindful there may be children in the show. I'm still really chastened by laying in. It's been too many years since that's the last ever happened. And there you go, something new every day. Christine Barnes, hello to you. How are you doing? Hope you've had a good week. Craig McLean, very kindly, very generously gifting us a membership. Has it landed? It has, but not with Mary. Mark Sansom being the beneficiary, getting a gifty. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to save my 5 for later, I'm just going to throw mine in now while the maths are in Mary's favour. If that sounds like a bit of favouritism, guilty as charged. So another 5 from Mark, if you just bear with me. I'll leave the shot where it is. So, Freon Love Catholic Church, good afternoon to you. In good shape, buddy. Just about to unleash 5 gifted memberships, if I can actually fire things up. So bear with me. Bum, bum, bum. Select 5. 5 selected. This is the bit that goes so slow. Get the next firework moment queued up. Rab H, great friend, moderator of the Superstar Order, and 28 months with plain sailing aviation. So we'll do Rab's fireworks now. These are for you, Rabmeister. So I see another firework moment as well. Let's get to that. 01 Mike D, member for 8 months. Yeah, I'm not snoring, just boring. I thought I'd say that before Tony Rivers or Craig McLean dived in with that one. Anyway, 01 Mike D, these fireworks are for you. Right, where did my 5 go? Let's have a look. Kenneth McAllister, Tony Cage, no Tony Cage, Kathleen Malin, Go Fly Drones, and Webbo. Soz, Mary, I've really tried the dice for you. It's weird, isn't it? Because you'd think it would naturally favour everybody that's in the chat now. Do you think the algorithm could be that smart? Clearly not. Hey up, HGC is in the house. How are you doing? Stephen Bibby, good afternoon to you from, oh, check this out, sunny Corfu. Loving the idea of a bit of warm sunshine. It really has felt like autumn is here, actually. When I put the rubbish out this morning, I thought, ooh, that's a little bit fresher than I remember it. So I think, yeah, we can say pretty much autumn is here. Where's my live chat gone on strike? I have to go out to come back in by the look of it. Techie. Oh, those wretched crowns nearly came back. Do you remember those leaderboard crowns that they forced us into, well, defaulted us into, and then I undefaulted us? Well, it reappeared by a different setting. I spotted it by chance because I was doubling back to check something else. So, anyway, random anecdote. Parking at a premium around the big one. No worries, Mary. Sleep well, although it sounds like your brother's got other ideas. 1C tomorrow morning, says Rab. I think I've seen somewhere that frosts were going to become more of a thing. Aviation Action Scotland. Good morning to you, buddy. It's too easy done, isn't it? What time did I lug out my bins this morning? It was about 8 o'clock. 01 Mike D, somewhere in that region. I don't make too much noise because I don't want to wake up Mrs. PSA. It's a shooting offence. So yeah, it was nice and cold. I think it must have rained a bit more in the night, mind you, but don't worry, Mary, I'll soon get you to sleep. What's Nell got? 14 to 17 max over the next few days. Yeah, you'd take that, wouldn't you, if there's no rain behind it. So we've got Jet2 holidays. What's going on here? So I'm talking to myself, pressing the wrong buttons. Jet2 holidays are in our Sunday show. That don't happen terribly often. Right, plane on shot is a jet2.com livery on flight radar, but may well be the one that's going to Larnaca. Shall we see? Ooh, Alibi 58. You might, head's not with it at all today, but I'm pretty sure you might be, if you're not the first in the 29-month category, you can't be far away from having been the first. Let's do them fireworks. Awesome support from one of the great friend, moderator, and with us from the early days. The very earliest days. 29 months, eh? Fireworks for you, pal. He No W, hot on your heels. I wasn't sure if you were in the 29-month group already. If anyone was, I couldn't decide now. Well, again, all of the above. Superstar friend, moderator, great part of our community, and well, again, with us from the very early days. 29 months. Cue fireworks. Might need a bigger box. So if you've just joined the show and you're not in the chat and you're a bit confused why you can hear Mark talking at Newcastle, it's because he can't get up in the morning anymore, it seems. It should have been at Newcastle, Edinburgh, overlaid. But the upside is we've got a NATO tanker, an A330 a multi-role tanker and transport aircraft. Stumbling over my words. Due in around 2 o'clock or thereabouts, and also, as regulars will know, we've also got this big baby due out around 2:15 if memory serves. I've not looked it up, I wasn't expecting to be here today. Oh my lordy do, I'm seeing more firework driven kindness. Alibi 58, you are amazing, my friend. Thank you so much. Has Mary got? Great shot, great try, but like me, no cigar. But who did get? Who did get? Angel, Stuart, Sasha, Habercorn, Martin Davidson, and Kavak07. Welcome into, or back to, in some cases, the PSA Crew Lounge. Awesome support, Alibi. Awesome support. So let's do the fireworks. Cue fireworks. Tell you what, the sun is really out. It's really nice. When I got here this morning, I don't think there was a cloud in the sky. I thought that'll be handy. Although, is it going to be hazy? You ask yourself. Well, temperatures aren't special, but you know it. As you know, it doesn't need to be that hot to get hazy over an airport runway. They seem to store up the heat to just chug it out when live streamers turn up. 13C at the minute, so a little bit below the temps that Nell's enjoying in Belgium. Right, we've got another arrival coming our way. So we're persisting with runway 25 at the minute, for that is the direction currently in operation. A Ryanair 737 from Gdansk, departing 2 hours 17 minutes ago, something in that region. We'll go to that one in a minute. I'm just going to rotate the shot. So I've got things pretty much bagged up here so that if I have to pivot towards, you know, protecting things in a shower pretty quickly, I can do so. Other than that, we'll just see how we roll. Tony Rivers. Mind your language. there's youngsters that enjoy our show. I don't think we can call me a youngster, can we? I don't know. I thought when I put that emoji back, the one job one, I thought, how's this going to work out today? Chasing much harder than that for the minute. What the weather was like in Gdansk. There is another aircraft behind it. We've got a Jet2.com from Palma de Mallorca. That's the chase aircraft in this scenario. As you can see, it's not really giving the aviators much of a headache so far. Which is one of the reasons why I didn't caption it for a heavy wind type experience. So we're talking about gusts of up to 30 mile an hour, 28s, 29s, 30s, forecast kept oscillating. So Eddie, not here at the minute, but will be on tonight's show, folks. So not literally on it, before you wonder if we're doing a big reveal. Christine, Trivers is always taking his time. Any word, folks, on where our tanker is? Oops, next plane is pretty much on us, so let's find it, see if the pilot's found any wind up there. So in terms of the Edinburgh show that never was, I'm going to keep that one back in the tank for us, folks, and we'll look to do something midweek at Edinburgh. I haven't got that one entirely figured out. We'll try and pick what looks advantageous, be it for weather or aircraft and weather. But we definitely will do a midweek show with the petrol money that we've not spent today. Here's one for the chat. Just looking at Tony Rivers with the lazy so-and-so's out of bed. Was it Matt Bianco that sung that? Get out of your lazy bed before I count to 3. Step to it and all that. Linda Cooper. Hey up, Linda. How are you doing? On your way to York. What are you doing in York? That's the most important question to ask right now. Good afternoon, Reinhard Nair. Hello to you. Don't know if we've said hi before. I'm Mark anyway, and for the benefit of anybody else that is new in the show, and we've not had introductions. Loverjet2.com from Dubrovnik. So they're still bringing them down this track, which is handy. Good afternoon, Chipaz 1990. How goes it, Sam? That wind is just picking back up now. Ryanair on shot, off to Ibiza. I'll tell you what, folks, I put plenty of layers on, and I'm so glad I did. It's not perishing, but it's... If you came down here fooled by the sunshine, you'd be feeling the cold. So let's get back in the chat. Polar Bear says, and I'm behind here, so it's going to be much nearer. Tanker 18 minutes away. Roger that, Polar Bear. Looks like we've got line getting ready for a 07 departure. I don't think this is just moving to a gate. Let's see. No? What's going to happen? No, driving on for its gate. No, it is coming our way. Ah, yes, it was Matt Bianco. Wonder what he's doing now. Chipaz back to Heathrow in March. I saw your message, mate. Nice one. Nice one, that. Right. Hold that thought. We've got Ryanair ready to go to Ibiza, back to the island. Ooh, that sounds nice, alibi. A fat rascal. It's not going to get her into trouble, is it? Alright, let's see if the cables are in the right place for departure. We've not really been tested yet, have we? We just had that little biz jet. Need a couple of adjustments, but we can do that in a minute. So we have another inbound. Chewy from Mahon. So we look like we're shaping to a runway change. Plenty of birds about, plenty. So next in, looks like it might be a Loganair, surely is, from Southampton. So that's also going to be runway 25. Good afternoon, AJ. Hello, pal. Hope you're keeping well. Never strangers, buddy. We know you now. You keeping well? Siobhan Everett. Hello to you, sweetheart. Out capturing the Lancaster bomber. Hopefully not literally. If you are, bring it this way. Give us an overfly. Oh, Matt Bianco's still performing, says Titanic. Who knew? I'm sure I've got that record, or I had that record before I sold all my vinyl. Very catchy, wasn't it? Get out of your lazy bed before I count to 3. I think the video was quite good as well, if I remember correctly. Yorkshire Biker. Sorry, my friend. I can only apologise for Tony Rivers and Craig McLean exciting expectations around the appearance, not of a NATO multi-role tanker type asset, but the potential for a Pegasus of some shape or form. Now, Peggy Free Show. No Peggy Sue in this afternoon's PSA production. My Peggy Sue. Where did that come from? Ooh, I can smell a bit of aviation spirit as well. That is the first time today actually, so the wind must still be flexing itself a little bit. Looks like our tanker is veering towards 07, methinks. I think that was Logan Air that came in, was the last of the 25s. Maverick 79. Good morning to you, buddy. Well, good afternoon. It would have been. Plenty of heat there. Right, I'm just going to get ready for the inbound tanker, although it seems to have driven by, hey? So that's interesting. Let's have a look. Check its R's. Yes, Tango 057, currently doing 9,000 feet and heading north of Morpeth. I think that's going to come in on 25s. I wonder if the 09 departure was a one-off. Hold that thought, buddies. Sorry, Alibi. I'm sleep deprived, even with my lie-in, and I'm feeling spontaneous. Sorry, Craig. Sorry, buddy. Chipaz, I definitely think he's looking like a 25 now, unless we're going to get an overfly first. It's interesting. It's just crossing Morpeth at the minute, heading towards Ashington. Hey up, DMC 22. It's a grand day. Rain risk pretty escalated. There's 2 or 3 really tasty showers that will kick through between 3 and 4 o'clock. The tanker goes at 4, so plan is, as long as the action stands up, we'll keep the show running. I don't know, Siobhan, Mrs. PSA thinks I'm definitely not a hidden talent when it comes to singing in the bath. Thanks, Christine. I could give you both a hug. Too kind. So yeah, Rab's found the NATO A330 emoji, so I'm sure others have as well, but that's at your disposal. Definitely shower clouds behind me, I see. That's interesting. Good afternoon, Mark Bright Spock. How you doing, pal? Good afternoon to absolutely anybody else that is in the show this afternoon. It's absolutely fantastic to have you with us. We are literally counting down to the inbound tanker. a bit of a pop-up stream for us in that sense, really. But eek. Sorry, I'm just adjusting something. Oh, chat about the rain. It was pretty insane yesterday, wasn't it? It really kept at it. It really kept at it. Right, definitely looks like our tanker is coming in. Well, say tanker, it can actually do up to 300 passengers, I think. Hence the multi-role designation. It would be ideal if the tanker comes in on 25s and then they swap to 07, and then we get to see the Emirates and the tanker depart 07. Get our cake and eat it. That would be really nice. ATC, if you're listening, how do you fancy it? Ooh. So, according to flight radar, our inbound aircraft is 3 minutes out. It's just making a nice loop out over the North Sea, and then it's going to be coming our way. Just rotate the angle for a minute. I can't wait. It's like a seasonal ritual seeing a NATO multi-role tanker here at Newcastle. They always seem to send one every September, and I know some of you in today's show will remember the first time when I spotted it, shades of last weekend's cockpit shot when we had a American Airlines departure, graphic left on screen. I think the first time we had one of these tankers, I was using a graphic, forgot about it whilst chatting and left it on when the plane landed. I think you got to see about 3 foot of wing. Shan't be putting any graphics into today's show. Loving that emoji spam. Craig McLean, Yorkshire Biker and Gordon Hunter. Thank you, Chipaz, on finals, and I've just got visual on it. It's probably not worth chasing at this distance at the minute. Looking good, Houston. Looking good. AJ, you've got to tell that joke next time you're travelling on a plane. Something growling overhead. Quite a lot of cloud cover, so mostly it's not very chaseable. I'm going to go for our star plane before I forget what I'm doing. So as you can see, it's quite a way out. I'll not put it on extreme zoom because with the breeze it'll probably make the image a little bit bouncy. Plane of the day for me too, Mav and Rab. You're both in that side of the tent. Me too. What a sight, eh? So where they're going to park it, somewhere nice and accessible, I hope. Let's just see where the spamming picked up from. So I did have it, and it's jumped on me. So we had RAB and Maverick 79 with the NATO A330, Polar Bear, Yorkshire, Biker, Craig McLean, HGC, Mark Bright, Spark, more from RAB, more from Yorkshire Biker, loving that spam, Stephen Bibby as well. Yeah, it's like a queue for the Harrods sale, Craig, you've got to get there early. And I see a major celebratory moment. And before I do that, hello Jonathan. Oh, blimmin' heck. Telescope alert. I was getting excited, but recovered. I've been mesmerised by that tanker. I'm finding I'm still looking at it now, mostly. How's that, folks? So, Jonathan McD gifting 10 memberships to the channel. Thank you so much, Jonathan. This one's taking the corner at speed. So let's stay with the 330. Sounds like we're talking about racing results from Chepstow. Jonathan McD, fireworks for you, buddy. Awesome support indeed. Let's see who got them. Let's dive in. Aviation, I love that handle. Kieran C, Bjorn, Angela Bagney, Dougie Penman, El Zorro Eterno, not seen El Zorro for a while, Fraser J.H. Sutherland, Fiorag Forsyth, Helen Beard, Ems Adam, And I think that's where we're at. Good afternoon, Sean Mack Aviation Pictures. Hello, buddy. Excellent timing on everybody's behalf. It did look like that was going to be a 07 arrival too at one point. Remind me, who am I shouting out for on that triple? Can't remember if you said it was your wife or your sister. It's been a shed all day, but I do distinctly remember you saying in a post that you've got family on the 777 that's due out in about 20 minutes time. Alan Lee, been a real pleasure, mate, and thank you so much for your very generous and kind super chat. Have a great rest of the day, pal. Mark Bright Spark, I overlaid. I stopped the alarm, as in like, didn't snooze it. I never go for snooze because that does put Mrs. PSA in a groucho mood if you keep hitting the snooze. Especially like, normally I'm up at 3:20 in the morning for Edinburgh. So usually I wake up before the alarm, has to be said. But just didn't do well at all with sleep last night, so fell asleep when I didn't want to, i.e. I've switched the alarm off. I don't know what happened. Yeah, but no, it's kosher, man. Absolutely kosher. First time since I was a teenager, I reckon, if you exclude alcohol-induced slumber as a separate category of failing to get up at the right time. Siobhan, thank you for joining us, and you know, hope a smile enters your soul, so to speak. Been lovely to catch up with you. Right, Stephen Bibby, you get some serious sunbed time in. Back in Edinburgh tomorrow. Safe flight, pal. Dean Stringer, good afternoon to you. Latest to you indeed, buddy. Yeah, Mark Bright Spark, it's the randomness sometimes of it all. Initially I was thinking, what gives, man? Not just that, Abby's at Edinburgh today as well. So, you know, although we hadn't actually arranged anything, she did say later that she was going to be popping by. But yeah, Edinburgh day off. You see, that's cheered me up, Martin Jordan, no end. I've missed the Pegasus. Happy days are here again. No, I don't really mean that. Oh, I do really mean it. Oh, I don't know. Craig McLean, honestly, man, top draw, gifting a plain sailing aviation membership, which has landed with Gino Finelli. Come on down. Fantastic support, Craig. Fantastic. Fireworks for you, pal. I'll find out where this Ryanair's going in a minute, but let's go back to our military plane, see what they're up to. In fact, let's get to the front end of the bus. Just for the moment. I'm going to inadvertently embarrass you as well, Craig, because I've got to say that you've also been very kind to us by gifting a Jet2 A321 model for the next members social as a giveaway prize, which is just top draw support. No dancing Chipaz, although I see you've got 15 months up, so really I ought to throw some shapes. I'll content myself with fireworks for the minute. Awesome support. Wind's just wobbling the lens a little bit at the minute. That must mean it's getting stronger. We'll keep the view on the one we've got. Sorry, Craig, no refunds are possible. Oh dear. I'll tell you what, Nell, we probably should send an email to the Royal Netherlands Air Force. Would they mind awfully sprucing up their A330? In fact, they've got more than one if I remember correctly. So back out at around 4 o'clock, 10 past 4. Enough time for them to get some tea and tiffin. So, Jonathan, tonight's isn't a social, it's a members update, an important members update. So that'll be 18:45 UK time. The social itself, that'll be the Halloween one. We'll stick a pin in the date for that one pretty soon actually. Might not do it on Halloween itself, which is a Friday I think, because it's occurred to Eddie and I that some folks that might attend the social would no doubt be doing their own things with family and friends, potentially on Halloween, particularly those with young uns. So we're going to probably do it on the Sunday after Halloween, a late Halloween show. Still haven't found out where this Ryanair's going. If only I'd been blessed with a more inquiring mind. Oh no. I've got to be honest, Jonathan, your previous iterations of me have been scary enough, whether they've been in baby form or otherwise. I'm looking forward to it though. I did say I was going to dress up. You see, I was surfing the happy mood last time out, but I'm not sure yet what to dress up as for Halloween. Good thing is Asda's got plenty of stuff. Probably the bad thing is it's probably all child friendly sizes, but I kind of quite fancied something with makeup. Don't know what that says about me, but there you go. Thank you, Christine, God bless you. Definitely though, Chip has no dance, no boogie wonderland in today's show. That wind is whipping up, and do you know what? I think it's going to be less likely that we get a 07 departure as it stands. It feels it's moved a few degrees further round. Let's have a look. It's probably a marginal northeasterly, but I don't know. I've really got my fingers crossed now for a switch over to 07. Now we've got our A330 in. I'm thinking a departure right at the back of it, and potentially the 777 as well would be pretty fantastic. At the minute, 10 knots of crosswind is what's on the table, so 7 knots of headwind. Just felt a spot of rain. Right, I can see somebody on approach, so planes are back on, team. So, all being well, everybody, but looking at Polar Bear's comment there, all being well, if the action flows enough and you want it, I'll keep the show running till 4:10 and we'll close out with the tanker going. Can't say fairer than that. Yeah, Jonathan McD, the thriller, that video, something else, utterly something else, wasn't it? You can't even conceive how you would put that into reality. You know, you might have some thoughts about how you might do it. Crikey, that is rattling my camera at the minute. I'm just going to take the zoom off a little bit so it's not quite so pronounced. Good man, Aviation, Action Scotland. I got stuck into my share of the cake yesterday. The tasks that Mrs. PSA trusts me to do. What, not everything, I hear you say? Well, there's some things I'm less good at, apparently. Right, next inbound is a Flying Dutchman, a KLM E190 standard. Let's just try and get hold of it. Let's see if the wind is going to make it interesting. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Regulation stuff, really. Ali Bhai, I've just seen your comment about the thriller. Yeah, I don't think I got the moves. So this is actually, I think, one of those, is it one of the Eastern? Yeah, Eastern, not a real Flying Dutchman, a contract Flying Dutchman. So we'll pick up that departing Ryanair, which is returning to Gdansk. It's just about lined up on the active as we speak. Right, ready to rock and roll. Good afternoon, Jim33. How goes it, pal? What do you reckon? Change your plan for a Sunday? Well, they're definitely going where the sun is shining. Proper blue sky out back. So we have another arrival pending. I see, looking on trusty old flight radar, working rather well today. Another Jet 2, this one from Alicante, departing 2 hours 35 minutes ago. That's your next one. All right, Jim's got his second cataract being done on Tuesday. Excellent. Be thinking of you, buddy. Good afternoon, Spotted EDI. Hope all is good. Let's just get back in a bit closer before the next aircraft starts. It's going to be a little bit bouncy with this level of magnification, but what do you reckon, folks? Now, they might have the brushes out, giving it a wash and a brush up. You're a sport, Craig McLean. Absolutely no need, but so appreciated. 11 more likes for 100. Go on, folks, if you're not really on the board, get us in with a shout. Plus it'll help grow the channel as well. I don't think the Emirates is going to be far from pushing back as well. It's not transponding at the minute, but from what I can see, I don't think there's any stairs on it. Alright, let me get you off zoom, or double zoom. Good afternoon, the Haggis Chasers. Come on, the likes, definitely. And hey up, possibly the longest YouTube username, a tribute. How are you doing? Oops, better than I'm doing. I've just realised the plane had got away from me. But I'm going to go back to that tanker. They've got the door up. In we go. Let's get closer. Checking out all that high vis action. You better get on with it then, Gary. That was me yesterday. I'm a hoovering specialist. Got my papers for that one. Crikey, that wind is just rattling us a little bit. Put my hand on top as well, steady it. I'm all in suspense. What's coming out? A couple of howitzers, or I don't know. I probably need one of those alarm clocks that administers electric pulses at ever increasing severity. So as long as it don't stop the old ticker, it does sound like the way ahead. I was expecting a little bit more sympathy from you lot. Not that much, just a bit. All good though. Good morning, Dopey Corp. Well, yeah, I am awake and at the peak of alertness, but you're late. What can I say? See, that's trying to be a politico there, sort of be a bit diversionary. Oh, I've got to have a drink of water. That's made me laugh. Wonder what's in that bin. Some ammunition, Christmas chocolates, who knows? Don't look like they're here to collect much, does it? So we do have another inbound. You'll be excited to learn. Another Jet2 Holidays arrival, inbound from Ibiza. Back from the island, not so much off to the island. That is 3 minutes away, just paralleling Whitley Bay before it makes landfall over Seaton Sluice? Yeah, Seaton Sluice. Not been here too often this year, relatively speaking, have we? A little bit out of practice. Right, I didn't catch all of that, but I think things are going to be happening over here. Yep, thought as much. Just been given permission to push. Push! To be fair, Dopey Corp, that drive back from Edinburgh I think will be unparalleled in the degree of commitment in the life of this channel, no question. So here we go. The only 777 in the show. And of course we don't get the 777, do we, generally at Edinburgh? Certainly not in our Sunday show. That's been a very rare treat during the life of the channel. Don't worry, Tony, I'm hanging in there. I better not be late tonight though, had I? That won't be very good form. Let's talk about all the emoji spamming that's in the chat. Yorkshire Biker, Rab H, Polar Bear, Craig McLean, and a bit more from Dopey Gore. AJ, definitely my plane of the day is, I love the one on shot, but yeah, it's that baby. Who else has got the emojis lit up? Mark Bright Spark 2. Nifty. And Nell. J-Mart 1975, good afternoon to you. Polar Bear going plane of the day for that. Definitely got mine. My vote. Right, that Jet 2 is pretty much gettable, so let's go get it. See if they finish with the beer loading on the front. Yeah, all good. See that hawk? Bottom left hand quadrant just diving off now. It wasn't easily pushed out, was it? I'm pretty pleased with myself for failing to pack the crabby emoji, or toga for that matter. You'll notice I have got Orson the horse in there, not because Orson's back, it was just out of nostalgia really, just out of nostalgia. Dee 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 dee. Right, Emirates just requested taxi. Taxi! Ah, there you go. This is like the olden days. Jonathan McD, Rab H, Yorkshire Biker, Alibi 58, Orson the horse. I got really nostalgic when I spotted that emoji this morning, so I thought I'm going to pack it, because I was doing it on the fly anyway, not expecting to be here. Lovely stuff. 100 likes are up as well. HGC, thank you so much for flagging, and everybody that's hit that button, this is for you. Logan Air on the move as well. Let's see if I can get them into the shot. Look at that. Planes everywhere. At Newcastle. Well, I'll be darned. Oh, hang on a minute. Staying with it, I'll be darned. I know you said you'd do it, Craig, but you didn't need to, pal. But thank you so much. Gifted membership. Another gifted membership from Craig McLean. Let's do your fireworks now. Thank you, buddy. So, all good. And this is gonna, so I went to Martin Redden, but then I saw another one, Jonathan McD, who's already done us 10 above and beyond commitment, gifting a further one which has gone to you and Richie. Unbelievable. In which case, Jonathan, I'm going to reach for the fireworks. Thank you, pal. Awesome. Ooh, that's interesting, Chipaz, and makes sense. I think the tanker is likely to go earlier. If it does, I think we'll shape towards an earlier finish. I'll have a quick look to see what the prevailing action is, but oh, got a BizJet inbound. An FIA Rent-A-Jet from Rome, beetling down the track towards us. A Learjet 60XR. That sounds pretty plush. You're not joking, Alibi. I think that's why I got nostalgic about him, because until we kind of befriended him, he was a wild one. He was a wild one. Tell you what, planes everywhere. Let's just everywhere. But yeah, you're right. He nearly peed all over our broadcast equipment once. He literally just let go, and it was only about, I don't know, a yard away. If it had gone in the box, it would have killed the channel there and then, because the encoder box is over £1,000 worth of stuff. He just literally let it go, and unsurprisingly, horses do seem to have rather big bladders, even small horses. So lots moving around at the minute. That's quite nice. Our Rent-A-Jet is still heading towards the coast, a Learjet 60XR. Oop, looks like our triple is moving. We've got a Chewy that's pushed and turned as well. How are they getting on with that Crater beers? Let's have a quick look. Wow. Looks like they've done rather well, which probably explains why they think they're going early. No, Nell, only the emoji, I think. I think someone said in the chat. It was me getting nostalgic. It could have been Hubby 201 as well, actually, if it had been that show. I literally was looking at some of the emojis I've not looked at for ages, and I thought of Orson and his initial reign of terror, which, to be fair, it was. Happy days, eh? Hang on a minute. Am I missing? Am I crossed over in the messages? We're not getting a 340-600, are we? Was Keith talking about one that's going somewhere else? Ooh, Nell's back in charge at the farm. I ain't kidding, Nell. I don't know how you do it. I did say it might rain. I just felt a couple of spots there, but I don't know where they've come from. All the clouds look white and puffy. Craig. Nell has chaperoned me for a day. Nell, this is true, is it not? Brussels. Nell has done that as well. And everything worked out pretty good. She's got the knack. She's got the know-how. So EasyJet in first before the BizJet. EasyJet from last Sunday's favourite destination, Belfast. That haze. All right, Rob, I'll calm down. We're getting overexcited. In fact, that would have been tricky because I can't be late twice in a day for my own show, can I? Cannot do it. So by my reckoning, we've still got that rent-a-jet inbound. Right, I think it's just been cleared to land, if I got most of that correct. Ooh, nice one, Sean Mack. I think I might have seen this one before, unless these F1 stickers are on more than one aircraft. I think I may have seen it before, possibly at Edinburgh. Oh, that's cheered me up no end. Yeah, I probably could be. Though the bigger risk in the evening is me falling asleep. Well, I suppose that's the same as in the morning, but different context. Sleep on the settee. Right, the first of two heavy departures in today's kind of pop-up-ish show. Not going to get a good look at those stickers, are we? That's a shame. Loving all that BizJet love with the emojis. Rab, Nell, Craig and Yorkshire Biker. Sorry Nell, I must have missed that comment. What's the hack? I thought hack was a horsey kind of thing. Ooh, we're rolling. Get that haze off. Wowzers. So, one more heavy to go. Nice little dinky ERJ 145 is next one due out. Thank you, Rab. Oh, gotcha. I heard something about Heathrow in the same vein then, I guess. A number of flights being affected by this hacking ransomware malarkey. Exactly that, Yorkshire Biker. Exactly that, mate. Thank you, Craig. It felt awesome being overflown by such a big plane. Right, I think we'll have a helicopter in the show, unless I misheard that. Let's just see if that's true. Welcome to the show if you've recently joined. Welcome to Newcastle. Change of beat to our usual Edinburgh on a Sunday. Hope all is good. I think you might be right, DR. It's not a great advert, is it, for a paperless world when, you know, things get taken down with such monotonous repetition. Not necessarily airlines and their subsidiaries, but it's just these days things keep, whether it's a software update that goes wrong or whether it's rogue actors busy trying to extort money, it all adds up much to a muchness. It's quite interesting though, if way out of my brain power, but you know, like in old school ransom situations where somebody leaves a bag of cash in a bin and the cops are watching the bin, and when you come and collect the money, that's when they collect you, kind of thing. Now obviously these kind of ransoms, you're talking electronic stuff, but even then you kind of think, I don't know, I suppose if you deposit it in an account in a country that don't do extradition, you're probably okay, but I don't know. Ooh. spy with my little eye something beginning with E. And I reckon that's pretty much, that's all folks on that one. Cloud is fairly continuous. See if I can get you in a bit closer here. See if they've managed to get any more beer on. Thank you, Rab. Hey up, Scottish Linda. Everything's random with me. Random. So, having a quick peruse of what's happening out and about. I think action is likely to be more takeoff orientated than inbound. But let me just have a quick look, see what flight radar says on the arrivals board. Still persevering with runway 25. So, Bristol are due in at 3:15, but not showing as active at the minute, not on here, so must be late. 14:50, we should have an EasyJet from Amsterdam, but that's been delayed till about 3:30. Chewy are due in from Palma de Mallorca at 3 o'clock. That's running late, 3:20. British Airways seem to be doing okay at Heathrow. Certainly we've got an A319 due in at 3:30, currently shaping to actually get here 15 minutes sooner. Jet 2 in from Malaga, 15:30 should I say. Well, with the original finish time of 4 o'clock, there's a reasonable flow of things there, but we'll see how it goes. Doors are closed on the A330, so that's going to be shaking a leg anytime soon. Yeah, KC, hang in there, buddy, hang in there. We've got another 07 departure. I'm getting excitable. It's clearly what that's angling for. So we've got two aircraft at the opposite end that are going nowhere fast, a Loganair and a Chewy. And at this end, we've got a Ryanair bookending this single track runway. Plane on shot off to Alicante, and this is going first. So our second 07 departure of the day, folks. Loving it. Go on, baby, give it some welly. No, maybe it's not. What's going on? I wish I paid attention to all the chitter chatter. It's going to backtrack, isn't it? That's what it's doing. It's being expedited. So, still 25s, which makes sense, I guess. I think it's still very much still in favour of this end of the bus. So we're going to get a nice little pirouette. Doors are all slammed up shut on that A330 as well, team, from what I can see. Gordon Hunter, no worries, my friend. Oh, good luck with your operation. Not sure how it's going to play for us in the week, if I'm honest, Gordon. Definitely today's cancelled Edinburgh show will get converted into a midweek Edinburgh show, but whether that's this week or another week, I don't know, but the money will be spent, no question. We never hold anything back. But good luck with the operation, my friend. So it's gone mighty dark again. Oh, I know why. There's a really, really filthy looking cloud behind me. The good news is it should be passing away. Right, we're off. Give it some beans. See, it's all right there. Let me just check the camera around the block. But we've got a lot of this stuff knocking about, which is much less promising. Loganair to Exeter next. I would have said Southampton, but it's not. Scottish TV Gold, good morning to you. Sorry I failed to make the Edinburgh show this morning. Good afternoon, Gary Owen. Thanks for the heads up. The A330 due to go out at 3 o'clock. I'm sure I can hear something that's starting up. There's a few bits and bobs moving about at the minute. Scotland's finest getting a good outing from Nell, Craig, Rab, Yorkshire Biker and Polar Beer, HTC2. Mallorca, Atlantis, oh dear. It's you again, is it? Hope you're keeping well. This is going to be interesting. Is this another backtrack moment? I'll go to the departing Loganair as soon as I can detect it's rolling. That is a good point, DR. My reserve parking space wasn't used. And I've missed my usual cup of gut rot. Look at the pitch on that. Let's zoom in. Shine a light on me. I'm just going to give him a wave just to see if I can encourage any form of reciprocation. Chewie is just lining up at the other end. Interesting what happens with this as a departure, but the Chewie departure will be to Zakynthos. You're right, HGC, that went up like a rocket. I thought there's no way I'm chasing that. The rate of climb on these Embraers generally, as we all know, is pretty sharp. Anyway, in the interests of telescope prevention, I think these guys have just been cleared, I think. Right, we've got another Chewie on the prow. Off to Larnaca is the one that is out of shot. Dare I go for it? No, I daren't. Bye. Where's our new best friend? Here it is. So there is Chewie are still working their way down the taxiway to runway 25. What's going to happen here? Winding it up. Let it go. Right, the Dutch A330 is ready. Looks like they've called for push and start. Or start and push. Let's just take you to that plane. There you go. Push in. Push like you mean it. Now, wouldn't it be a treat if this one also went out on 07? I suspect it won't, but 15:10 departure says RAB, so let's see. Come our way, baby. Look into the light. I was thinking back to DR's comment about Mickey D's at Newbridge missing me. Perhaps they're going to start putting my face on the side of McDonald's cups or their paper bags. Have you seen this live streamer? Right, this baby off to Larnaca. Right, so where's Marky Mark's plane of the day? Oh, she blows. Chance for a quick water break. Wanted poster. No, unwanted poster. That's the only kind of poster I'm going to make it onto. So let us see. Certainly looks a hive of activity. Right, quick chance to have a look see if anything is shaping for inbound. Looks like we might have something. Yep, a Jet 2 in from Faro, 2 minutes out, pursued by, what's chasing it? Another Jet 2 Holidays, that inbound from Malaga. So that's your next two arrivals. Plane on shot, slated for 15:10 departure. What a belter. It was the difference between doing a short show this afternoon or just chalking the day up to one of those kind of, one of those off days. You've overlaid, you've missed the main event, don't chase it. But then I thought, ooh, got to have a look at that. tell you what, I think they're going to have to get the bird scarers back out. I missed the flock, but geez, there was a lot. .25 is where this is going, unless I misheard it. I'm sure these guys were the guys that were being spoken to. Thank you, HGC. I have rather enjoyed myself. I'm feeling quite chastened earlier on. Been a lot of fun. Yeah, 25. That windsock is proper straining at the leash, but it hasn't really transmitted into any unexpected deviation in terms of action. Right. The first of our Jet 2s is just about to cross the A19, for those of you who know your northeast England, somewhere near to Cramlington. As you can see, more of our feathered friends drifting around. So, back to our tanker, well, tanker transport. Those birds. It's like someone's been pigeon racing around here. Well, not pigeons, but you know the way the... Ooh, what have we got here? Eastern on their way back to Schiphol. Hold that thought. And there is our mighty A330. one of, I believe, an active fleet of 10. We're partner nations in on this one, the multi-role transport and tanker fleet. 2 more on order from June of this year, reflecting the fact that Denmark and Sweden wanted to buy in, so Airbus busy working on those. But an amazing piece of kit. I read somewhere they can take around 300 personnel and best part of 50 tons in payload. So it's pretty punchy. Plus, of course, with the flexibility to do all the medevac stuff with stretchers and so forth. Ooh, there's the sun. Catch you soon, Tony Rivers. Sorry I missed your exit. Looks like Eastern are going to get to go next. They're going to make a nice little backtrack. And a pirouette. I'm surprised, Yorkshire biker, I really am, that there's not a bit more tempo on the old bird scaring operation. You know it, Rob. You know it, man. EasyJet on the move. I'll stay with this so I don't forget about it. In fact, blow it. It's reminding me of a Club Biscuit over here. Nice little baby bus. Looking very orangey. So we've got a Jet 2 strolling around in the background. Right. That Eastern departure is pretty much at the end of the track. Yeah, Christine, an orange club would go down a long way, and the right way right now. With a cup of tea. It's starting to spit with rain. I can see why now. There's some really dark clouds patching around. Lots of blue, but yeah, it's spitting with rain. Jonathan McD, thank you so much, buddy. In fact, I may have to let this one go if rain keeps coming at. Is this one treading water? Right, fireworks for Jonathan McD. Let's do that. I'm going to have to put the lid on the broadcast box. Let's do that. Because it's just getting a little bit onerous. Sorry, Rob. Never mind, sorry, Mark. At least can't be done. Oh, that terrorised me. Right, the big one off to Eindhoven. I'm hoping this is not going to add up to anything. I think what we'll do, folks, hopefully I'll get to do credits, but if not, please forgive me, I'll put them in a community post. But if this doesn't back off weather-wise, I think we'll take the early finish with the show. We weren't planning to go past 4 o'clock anyway. The wind's not moving anything around with any real gusto, is it? Look at them birds again! I woke up this morning singing a song. Ooh-wee, chappy, chappy, cheep, cheep. So, these are going to vacate at Bravo, I think. And keeping the Dutch connection, we've got the Royal Netherlands Air Force ready to depart, taking this mighty plane to Eindhoven. Crikey, my phone needs a wipe now. I've not quite picked up the chitter chatter on the Eastern. I can hear it going on in my headset, but I haven't got the attention span. Alright, we're good. Let's go. As you can see, a lot of blue sky there, but there's also a lot of scuzzy stuff. So Eastern, yeah, kind of looks very techy, doesn't it? So we'll try and... Ooh. Where am I? I can't remember where I am with fireworks. So Jonathan, I know I've fireworked. Scottish Linda, the legend that is, member for 17 months. Well, it is true, Linda. If you've been there, mind you, I'd have got such a fearsome telling off, wouldn't I? What if you were there and I wasn't, or Linda Cooper had showed up and I weren't? It's more than I dare do. So, fireworks for Scottish Linda, fantastic support, great friend to us. And, of course, a co-commentator as well. It's like we're rolling. I don't know what is rolling, but let's call it a plane, shall we? Ooh, nice and flat. Love that. No real rate to climb there, was there? Well, compared to what we see. So EasyJet there, doing nothing. I'm going to start doing some thank yous. Let me just work my way into the chat. Thank you, Alibi58. Yes, members, please do join us tonight. I'll try and keep it nice and compact, but it is an important membership announcement, so it'd be lovely to see you. Craig McLean, the incorrigible Craig McLean, gifting a membership, another membership, this one last going to Ian Morrison. Craig, legend, mate. Legendary, that's the word I wanted. Fireworks for you, mate. A few localised showers, I think, around here, literally just above the just that way on. That looks like it might be showery to me, quite heavy. So we've got an inbound plane, let's deal with that one. There's something behind that as well. British Airways inbound, followed by a Chewy from Palma de Mallorca, and I think we'll finish with a Chewy. Give me a chance to do some announcements as I'm working my way through. So I'm assuming that is Bristol bound. Hold that thought. Still getting splatters from the mixed scene that is the clouds above. It did say between 3 and 4 was likely to be the most prevalent shower wise. So 2 planes left in the show in terms of inbounds. While I get my pocketbook ready. Looks like Eastern are still waiting for green flag. Ooh, the BA emoji was back last week, was it not, Rab? Pretty sure it was. It's obviously not there today then. No explanation. I'm sure I put it in last week, but maybe I didn't. It was meant to get reinstated, so this one's going to go long with Eastern hogging Bravo. So I'm just going to put us there. Still no interest around Eastern, which makes me wonder if it's a software reboot. Right, EasyJet won't be hanging around because there is a plane hot on their heels. So plane in shot, Belfast. Plane inbound, Chewy 737 from Palma de Mallorca. 737 of the MAX variety. Right, they've fixed their problem with Eastern, so they are now expecting to go. So if that is the message I think I heard, this will start moving in a minute. Ooh, no time though. So, where did we start today? Let's get my little pocket book out. Now, if I missed anything, remember I will get it right for the community post, but I see a super chat from Alan Lee. Thank you so much for that, Alan. Rab H celebrated 28 months with the channel. Fantastic stuff. 01 Mike D, 8 months with the channel. Alibi 58 and LW checking out the plush interior of the 29-month lounge. Incredible support. Alibi 58 doubling down on the word incredible support by gifting an initial 5 memberships. Jonathan McD, I've probably got the count wrong here, an initial 10 from Jonathan McD, and I've got another one noted here, and there's another one in my head to note, and if I've missed anything else, sorry, and if I'm spot on, well, overdue. I can be spot on occasionally. EasyJet from Amsterdam, in fact, will be the final plane of the show. So far into final approach, is it? Craig McLean gifted, I think, 3 memberships here, but again, I'm going to have to do a recount. Fantastic support from you both fellas, unbelievable. Chipaz 1990, 15 months with the channel, and if I've missed anything else, like I say, I will do a full recount before I put a post out. Kind of slightly distracted by what looks like a rain system there as well. So, oh, hang on. I know you want to know this plane has moved. So, There we go, Eastern have fixed, sorted, whatever their problem. They're on the move. Mark's going to try and get this all wrapped up before the rain comes. It's almost certainly going to have a bit of a downpour. It's flirted with it. I'm going to go bottom up in the chat. Jonathan McD, is this another giftie? I'm going to say fireworks, I'm confused. Ian McNeil getting that one. Incredible support. You lot are brilliant. You know that, don't you? I'm just saying it, genuinely mean it. Always humbling. Trying to pan and scroll, that's interesting. I don't think I've got that range of talent. So, members, really hope to see you tonight. You've been absolutely fantastic. I'm going to cut the feed on this one once the plane has passed us by. Thank you so much for supporting us today. You've been fantastic. And of course, moderators, Nell, Alibi, Rab, Dopey Gorp, blindingly good effort. I don't think I've seen Les or Alexandra. Right, I'm going to switch it off now because it's gone quite a bit darker and a bit spottier with the rain. So I hope to see you later. Promise I won't overlay. Bye.